Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie. And this morning we have an amazing guest, Kathryn Lang, who is all about hope. She's an amazing, amazing lady. You're not going to want to miss it. So tell all your friends, share this, tag them. Here we go. Do you want to know how amazing people connect? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie.
Thanks for connecting. And if you like what you hear, please share.
Special thank you to our sponsors of Marketing with Russ, the Alzheimer's Association, Kicking Cancer, and ACMG Digital. For more information on the Alzheimer's Association and how to give to this amazing organization and help the fight against Alzheimer's, go to alz.org. And for more information on Kicking Cancer and how they support patients and families going through cancer, go to kicking-cancer.org. And finally, for more information on ACMG Digital and all of their digital services and how to get your name out there, go to acmgdigital.com. Music by Connor Hedge and Protestant, used with permission. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie. I am so excited because it's Monday. There you go. I know a lot of people are going, "Oh my goodness, it's Monday." No, I love I love Mondays. I do. I just love the start of a new week. Morning is my time, and through all that I've been going through, for those of you who know, mornings are usually the time I feel the best. And so I am so thankful to be able to come to you live. Normally it's all in the morning. I have one afternoon that I have, but usually they're all in the morning, and that makes it a blessing for me. And so I hope this will be a blessing for you, because I have the most amazing guests, the most amazing friends that come share their value, share their time, like Kathryn Lang today is going to be amazing. So thank you for being here with us today. If you would do me a huge favor this morning, start off by just letting people know, share this out and let people know, hey, Kathryn Lang's on. She's an amazing lady. She's full of hope. Those of you that are in the global tea break, make sure and share this out to one another, because Kathryn is a big part of that. And so, yeah, everybody that's on, make sure and tag your friends. It's going to be great. And so thankful that you're all here today. Hey, I want to tell you a couple things. First of all, Kathryn is all about hope. And I was reading this morning, actually in Romans 12, and just how we treat each other and the way we look at things. And the marketing tip of the day is going to actually be about this as well. But I just want to read this to you because I think it means so much. It says, be kind and affectionate to one another with brotherly love and honor, preferring one another, and not slothful in business, but be fervent in spirit and serving the Lord. It says, rejoice in hope, be patient in tribulation, continuing instant in prayer, meaning to pray all the time. And, I was thinking about that, rejoicing in hope and be patient in tribulation. I'm going through things right now that I have to learn to be patient. I learn to take care of myself. And we all have that. All of you out there have struggles and challenges, and you need to be patient with yourself. You need to give yourself rest. And I have a good friend this morning who's not feeling well. And I'm praying for him, Mr. Mike Asher-Branner, this morning, praying for you and your wife and your family. And so just remember that this morning. You know what? To rejoice and hope in the good things and be patient through the tough things. And you know what? It all works out. I just love the phrase, it goes through my mind. I think God put it there a while back that says, I don't have to figure everything out because God's already got it figured out. So that's my theme of life, and I'm thankful for that. And I'm thankful for all of you again that are here this morning. It's cold here in Oregon, as you could tell. So I was outside and I just left my warm head cover on because I'm feeling nice and warm and toasty this morning. Yeah. So what is Marketing with Russ all about? For those of you that are new, it's about amazing people and how they connect, how amazing people connect. And what does connection and marketing have to do with each other? Well, just about everything. I'm a firm believer that connection and community building is the foundation for any good business, any good marketing plan. Because without the people, you don't have a business. Like Zig Ziglar said, you build the people and then the people build your business. Why? Because of that know, like, and trust factor we talk about. People get to know you and like you, then they get to trust you. Then the magic happens, whether it's in business, a nonprofit, with it's with, just friends. That is where it's really an amazing thing in our lives. I love to connect, of course, and you can go to russhedge.com, get all the information about me, about my inspirational speaking, about my marketing coaching, about my live stream producing. But I love to speak and encourage and inspire people. If you can't tell, that's what I'm all about. My wire purpose is to inspire and encourage you to live a purpose-driven life of significance. I want you to be a world changer and a difference maker. I want you to do amazing things. How are you going to do that? Well, you need a little inspiration, a little nudge occasionally. We all do. We all need that. So I hope that I encourage you today, and the guests that I bring on, like Kathryn, will encourage you. Also, would love for you to subscribe on YouTube. Super simple, man. If you know the name of this show, you got it. Marketing with Russ.live will take you straight to my YouTube page. So, think about that. If you know my name, you get to my website. If you know the name of this show, you get to the YouTube page and subscribe today. Why? Because there are hundreds and hundreds, going on thousands of people there that have so much value and all their information. So you can connect with them. You connect with the people that engaged in the shows. It is really a true blessing. It's a true blessing. So I would definitely look there. You will be glad that you did. Also, like I said before, please share and tag your friends. I would really appreciate that. Those of you that are here this morning, please get out there and let people know, let them know what's going on here. Okay, so last couple of things. If you want any of my books, Befuddled, Live the Life You Choose, you want to have encouragement to learn to live a purpose-driven, intentional life that will be impact on others, you need to get a copy of this book. And of course, you go to russhedge.com for that, or all my other books, my 4 collaborative anthologies, which were #1 international bestsellers, #1 on Amazon, that I was blessed to be able to do with other amazing people that knew more than me about books. And so, so those are all available, or you can just go to Amazon or online booksellers for that as well. So just appreciate that. Last but not least, before we get Kathryn in, we are going to do our marketing tip of the day. And this is going to be right in line with what we're talking about today. So are you ready? Remember, this gets cut out, put on YouTube Shorts, on social media separately. And so you can actually share just the marketing tip of the day. If you want to encourage somebody, I encourage you to do that today. So thank you for that. And here we go. You ready? All right. This is your marketing tip of the day. Choose hope. That's right. Life is all about choices, and you get to choose. So choose hope. What do I mean by that? So I understand life is happening all around you every day. And I say life happens and then you choose, because you can't control what happens to you, but you get to control what you do from there. So choose hope. What does that mean? Choose a positive mindset. Choose a positive perspective, knowing that there's hope and that there's a God who loves you, and that there are brighter days ahead. That's right. There's going to be brighter days ahead. How do I know that? Well, I know if you're here watching this morning, you've made it through 100% of your worst days. Maybe you're going through one of those worst days today, but think about this. You've made it through all the other worst days, and you will make it through this day. So today I want to encourage you choose hope, choose a positive mindset, keep a good perspective. There is power in perspective, looking at life with a positive slant instead of a negative. You get to choose which one you use, and there's really nothing in between. You're going to be positive or negative. So choose that today. And that is your marketing tip of the day. All right, everybody, there you go. So that'll get cut out, put out separately, and we are going to get Kathryn in the room. Here she comes. Hey, Lang.
Yay! I'm so excited.
I'm so excited you're here. There are some God appointed times, and this is one of them. And so I am just blessed to have you here. Just start off by telling me and everybody else, who in the world is Kathryn and what are you up to?
Well, I am Kathryn Lang. I am a Hopesmith, and I help hurting hearts that are weighed down by their discouragement find the hope they need for their next step. And the amazing thing about being with you today is that today is the relaunch of the Growing Hope podcast that I started, get this, 9 years ago.
Wow.
I have always been, I'm a natural born encourager. And I slapped the doctor on the rear and told him he did a good job after I was born. That's how much of a natural born encourager I am. I love to see people's hearts light up. And I had gone through some tough times, and I can go into those details, but really the details don't matter because our tough times don't weigh well against other people's tough times, but they weigh down on our heart. And if I compare my tough times to your tough times or vice versa, it can discourage hope from growing. But if we just know that no matter what the tough times are, hope makes a way, then we can move forward. And over the last 9 years, I've let people should all over me. Thank you, Laura Merlando, the stress commando, for helping me to understand that I don't have to do it their way because I'm not them. And over the last couple of weeks, I have just been pulling back all of the requirements the world has put on me and recognize that Hopesmith is who I am. Hoping is what I do. Growing hope is my mission in life. And then you said, hey, let's do this. And I'm like, perfect.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, that is, this is an amazing opportunity for both of us because, we are blessed with technology and be able to, and if you really want to affect people, why not get out there and broadcast the positive word? And that's what I'm all about. I consider this a ministry. I consider the opportunities that I have to get out there and talk to people just such a blessing. And so it's just an honor for me to have you on. We've been friends now for quite a while, and you and I vibe the same way for sure. And so let's talk a little bit about this relaunch. I'm really excited about that.
I started Growing Hope in 2013, but it really in 2013, but I moved it to Blueberry podcasting. I just got the notice that February is my anniversary, my 9-year anniversary. So I was like, that's perfect timing. I'm so excited. I wanted to, everything I do has an element of hope to it. And I wanted to grow hope in others. Hope for me is hearts open to pursue extraordinary. That's my acronym for hope. I know that when you have the courage in you to believe in who you are uniquely designed to be, then you will live an extraordinary life because you define it and you pursue it and you don't lose the energy or the heart for it because it's so ingrained in who you are. And I decided last week that it's time. It's time to do the refresh of Growing Hope and start spreading that hope again.
Yeah, well, I think it's always a good time to spread hope. And, I love what you're all about. You also have, okay, so besides the relaunch of your podcast, which is amazing, give everybody a little bit more information about what you've been doing and what you have to help them with that hope.
I'm going to drop in a link to my Hope Reset. I've decided to just share hope on a regular basis through my emails. And again, just completely shifting everything that I was doing to align with my heart as opposed to the world's design. The world will tell you how you're supposed to do things. But when you know your unique design, then everything else falls into place. I literally just told some folks this Friday. I said, if you'll do what you're uniquely designed to do, the opportunities will knock on your door.
There you
And
go.
who knocks on my door but Russ?
Well, I'm always here a knocking because, that is how life happens when you really get out there and you engage and are active, right? It's your activity. You can be thinking and planning all these wonderful things, but if you don't actually take action, things aren't going to happen. So you also had you have a really cool journal out that you've been putting out, and talk some more about those things.
Well, the focus flexibility process, I put into a planner, and really focus flexibility is about being focused on where you're going, but flexible in how you get there. And as I began this journey of hope, I realized that I am focused and flexible because I believe I have hope. And because I have hope that everything's going to do what everything's supposed to do in my unique path, then I can be flexible in how I get there. And it became more important to me to infuse the hope in hearts than to make people be flexible in their focus. Because if you don't have the hope, you can't be flexible in your focus. But the focus flexibility process is about finding your way to do the little bits that will lead you to your big dream goals.
Yeah, no, I love that. Being flexibility with life, especially when you're going through challenges, and talk about that. You've had your share, like we all do, and you've had to move and grow through them because a lot of times things don't go away. In fact, pretty much never, for the most part, do they just instantly go away. Well, that's not true. I think there are times, but for the most part, we have to go through these situations, and it helps us to grow and build on the good things in our life if we choose that, right?
Oh, absolutely. It has to be a choice. You have to get up every morning and choose the positives of life, even if it's a little positive, even if the coffee maker made coffee for me this morning. The little things will help you build up to the big things. The little bits will grow into the big things. And if you're feeding yourself positive little bits and hopeful little bits, then that's what you grow is hope and possibility. But if you're feeding yourself little bits of negatives, whether it's what you say to yourself when you look in the mirror or what you say to the person driving next to you on the highway, that cut you off and or should have let you merge. When we speak positives, we grow positives. When we speak negatives, we grow negatives. And when I get up in the morning, the first thing I say every morning is thank you for this glorious day. If anything else crosses my mind first, I close my eyes and I count to 20.
Well, it's interesting that you bring that up because this is where you and I are so much alike because, of course, I do that every morning as well. And I have my three things I say in the morning that I'm thankful. I give myself a little pep talk. I've got this because God's given me the ability to do what I need to do. And I say today's going to be awesome to shape my mindset and move in that positive direction, to grab hold of my mind in a positive way. But you know what? I was writing in one of my newsletters, which I have a Monday newsletter on LinkedIn, everybody, you should all subscribe to, that a lot of times things will beat you to the punch, that you get up to do what you need to do, but already those negative thoughts have seeped in through a dream or through whatever. That's when you need to take captive every thought, by the way. Good word there, because it's in the word. But you
Yep.
need to change your thinking. So I love the book by Craig Groeschel, and the subtitle of it is Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. It is a truth, everybody. You can take and push those thoughts out of your mind by replacing them with positive thoughts. And a lot of times people think, oh, I can't do that. Oh, yes, you can. Your mind and your attention can only focus on so much. And if you overload it with positive thoughts, it's going to push all those negative thoughts out. And Kathryn, you are a master at that.
I read recently that you cannot hum and think negative things at the same time.
Oh, interesting.
I knew that you couldn't chew gum and cry, at the same time. There's something to do with either the nerves or the muscles that control the tear ducts. But to know that humming will curb anxiety. You can't have anxiety and humming in happening at the same time. It is little tips and little tricks like this that begin to reset our mindset. You can never break a habit, but you can replace it. So if we want to live positive, hopeful, encouraging lives, then it begins by those little bits of resets and then being consistent in those little bits until the little bits become like breathing to us. That's all a habit is. It's what we do instinctively. And if instinctive is positive and it is hopeful, then no matter what comes at you, there will be an instinctive nature to find something positive and hopeful in it.
There you go. In fact, it is a scientific fact, and I am not a doctor or a scientist, but I have read from many, many doctors, very competent and great sources, that your brain actually rewires itself to look for what you feed it. There's a thing called the reticular activator, and I know this to be true, and you all will know this to be true when I tell you, when you do something like, let's give an example. You buy a new car, you buy a red Jeep, right? The minute you go out driving, there are red Jeeps everywhere. And you never saw red Jeeps before. And suddenly they're everywhere because your brain has rewired itself. The reticular activator is looking for what you see all the time, what is put in your brain all the time. So what can you do with that? Right, Kathryn? You can put in those positive things, and then your brain starts looking for those, and that will always improve your life, right?
Absolutely. And not just your life, it will begin to improve the lives of the people that you encounter. My son says that I'm unnecessarily extroverted because when I am out and about, I am smiling, I am laughing, I'm enjoying the journey. And by golly, if you're anywhere near me, I'm dragging you into it. You're going to at least enjoy the journey for the moment that you encounter me. Because the more we're enjoying the journey, the more that infuses the hope, grows the hope, and spreads the hope to all the people that we encounter.
That's right. That's right. And everybody doesn't realize, Kathryn, talk a little bit about this, how much influence we really have on our world. Some people say, what I think doesn't matter. I'm just one voice. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really affect anybody, but it does.
Here's the thing. It doesn't matter what it does to the person next to you. If you are changing your heart and you are driving a hope and possibility in your life, you change your world. And
That's right.
Ultimately, your world will affect everything that it encounters. But focus on changing your world. It is not about changing them. You can't fix them. I tried for years. I finally gave up. My husband is who he's going to be. But once I accepted the fact that I can't change them, it is all about who am I? Who am I uniquely designed to be? It lights me up to be able to share the joy and the hope and the possibility. And I know it fires up other people. People
Right.
see that in you. People are drawn to that in you. And that's how you begin to have an effect, not because you're attempting to make a difference, but because you are being all that you're supposed to be.
Exactly. Well, and I think that's exactly true. And by doing that and intentionally making that choice to be a blessing and be hope for others, you're right. Number one, it affects us. People talk about going on mission trips. They go to these impoverished countries to help people. Who does it affect the most? The people they're building a new school for or church for or whatever they're doing? Usually, no, it affects them the most because of the impact that it has on them. So I always say, if you want to be encouraged and you want to be inspired, encourage and inspire somebody else. And that will
Absolutely.
truly make a difference for you. So, well, what else you got coming up right now, Kathryn? You're just full of great news.
I am. Once you tap into who you're uniquely designed to be, it will open the floodgates. I am in the process, like I said, of relaunching the Growing Hope podcast. The first episode will drop today. I have been releasing moments of hope on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn, just, less than 1 minute, just a little bit of fun and humor or sage wisdom, because, I am sage and wise. And I am going to take all of this hope and I'm going to pour it out into the first nonfiction book for 2025, because I know that hope makes the way. For whatever it is, hope will make the way.
Yeah, well, that is more than, oh my goodness, that is a total mic drop, gold nugget. Hope does make a way. And so today, Kathryn, let's end by you giving everybody some encouragement on, they're saying right now, I can hear people. Yeah. Easy for you, Kathryn. Your life is so magical and wonderful. Look at that smile on your face. Look at all that's going on. Everything is good for you. It's easy for you to be that way. What would you say to those people?
I would say that in 2020, the world changed for everyone. For us, a tornado fell on our home and destroyed what we had built 25 years. It didn't just destroy the home, it destroyed the landscape so that we could no longer live in our little cabin in the woods. Then we got to fight the insurance for 4 years and it bankrupted us mentally, emotionally, and physically. Then I lost my dad and we lost our last pet. It felt like nothing was going the way it was supposed to go. But hope. It was just a little nugget of hope. My son sent me a text message and said, God's got this. And it was a reminder that what all the hope and encouragement that I had fed into him was being fed back to me. Because when you're surrounded by hope and you're surrounded by encouragement and you're surrounded by possibility thinkers, you can't help but hope. So if you're in a place right now where you feel darkness and hopelessness and heaviness, find one person, reach out to me, because I know that just one connection of hope will begin to ignite the hope in your heart, and that will make a difference in your life.
Oh my goodness, it will. And that's why, let's go all the way back to what I said at the very beginning, everybody. That's why this show is all about connection and community building, because through connection, we drive the direction of our lives. When I was huge on this when my kids were young, Kathryn, and I'm sure you were too, environment. What environment am I putting them in? Are they coming to church with me? Are they in a good group in school? And I probably was a little bit overzealous parent because I just loved it, but I did it in fun ways. I coached, I was on all the committees. I did all these things so that I was around where my kids were all the time, helping and doing positive things. So I saw what they were doing. I volunteered in classes. I did things like that. And what ended up happening, not only did it make a good presence for me and me to be able to see the environment they were in if an adjustment needed to be made, but it also created connections and a good environment with the principal and the teachers and all of that, because they said, hey, we like this Mr. Head. She comes in and volunteers and does positive things all the time. So when there was a negative thing, right, when there was something we needed to deal with in life, it was so much easier because it was a simple conversation. You were already connected and friends, and it was a simple conversation. So that's what I would say to everybody today, bouncing off of what you're saying. Have that good environment. Make sure that you're connecting to people that will lift you up and drive you in the right direction and help you do the things you want to accomplish. Right, Kathryn?
Absolutely. The hope grows hope. Like instills like. Line upon line, precept upon precept, little bit upon little bit. When you find just a little bit of hope, nurture that hope by finding another little bit of hope or sharing that little bit of a hope with someone else. It's amazing what even a little bit of hope shared will grow into.
Oh my goodness. 100%. Well, that is so amazing. You've given me more than I can, more than a million good little gold nuggets for the day. So let's just jump to, how do people get in touch with you? Because if they want to learn more about all that you're doing, how you're spreading hope, how you can lift their lives and the things you can do for them, how do they reach out to you?
You can reach me through kathrynlang.com. That's my website. I'll drop my email list in there, my Hope Reset that I'm offering today, because I know that sometimes we just need that reset. We need something that's just going to jolt us. Or you can find me on LinkedIn. I'm really hard to find. I'm hidden by Kathryn Lang on all the social medias. You can find me as Kathryn Lang.
Well, and not only is that simple, Kathryn, but we made it even easier. It's on the screen below us. It's also in the comments, the show notes. It's clickable, everybody. You go directly to Kathryn today, and I just encourage you to do that. I am so thankful. And here is her Hope Reset information. It is also clickable, everybody. So you can go directly to that. And what a blessing you've been today, Kathryn. Thanks for being here. I'm going to wrap up and say goodbye, but hang tight in the green room. I'll be right there. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right. We'll see ya. Oh my goodness. She is a bundle of joy and spreads hope. And she's somebody you want to be around. She lifts me up. That's what I love about this in the morning. This gives me energy and it energizes me through the challenges that I'm having. And we all have it. We all have it. We all have stuff going on. There's times of great joy and celebration, and there's times of struggle. And you know what? You can make it through with God's help and good friends, connections, and community. So I want to encourage you to do that today. One more time, there's her Hope Reset information. And here is her connection information. Again, it's all clickable in the show notes. And I just want to thank you all for being here today. Don't forget, we're here every Monday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for your viewing and listening pleasure. That's right. After we go live, this sits on the platforms we broadcast on, which is LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook forever, and becomes a video podcast. So you can go back to it anytime. You can share it. You can engage with people, whatever. And then it actually also converts to audio podcasts. You can listen on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, whatever your favorite podcast platform is. And so if you're too busy to watch, there you go. While you're driving, while you're making dinner, while you're getting ready in the morning, you can listen to these amazing, amazing people who build their lives on connection and community and are doing amazing things. And I encourage you to do that today. Also, don't forget, last time here, I want to make sure everybody knows you can still share this and tag friends, even if you're watching on replay. Please put hashtag replay and say hi. We want to know that you watched, and we want you to be part of our community. And if you really want to dive in, go to our YouTube page. It's simple and easy. Go to marketingwithruss.live today and subscribe, and it will give you hundreds and hundreds of amazing people like Kathryn. And I would love to connect with you. If we haven't connected, please go to russhedge.com. All the information about me, all my connection links in one spot. It's all there for you at russhedge.com. So thank you, everybody. This has been just an amazing, amazing day today. I want to encourage you to go out there, like I talked about in the marketing tip of the day, and choose hope. Choose hope today. It is a choice you make. Life happens, and then you choose every day. So don't forget that. And until next time, which will be Thursday. That's right. Today's Monday. So we'll see you Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Until then, have a blessed day and a blessed life. Bye, everybody.
Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. Be sure to subscribe in your favorite podcast app so that you don't miss a single episode. Have an amazing day.